everyone, this is Teresa. Welcome back to my Law of Attraction personal development channel. Today I want to talk about life purpose. A lot of people have a great deal of indecision when it comes to their life purpose, what they feel like they should be doing, what career should they have in life. And so today I'm going to give you 5 tips that I believe that are truly going to help you with that indecision, and so you can get more clarity on your life purpose, your career path. So the first one I want to talk about is, and get a pen, paper, notebook, and make sure and write these down. So the first one is, what did you truly enjoy doing when you were a kid? What was something that you were passionate about, something that you were really interested in doing? What did you gravitate towards? What did you love to do as a kid? I truly believe that we know all of these things, but depending on the type of family that you were raised in, sometimes your parents supported that passion, and sometimes, depending on the family you grew up in, didn't. So I believe that all of us were taught limiting beliefs, especially in career. They could have said things that it's going to be really difficult, it's very competitive, you can't earn money with that type of passion, it's very hard, there's a long road ahead of you. And so what happens is we suppress those types of passions and interests, and we start, getting in our head, we start becoming more logical. And so I want you to think about, going back to a child, what did you truly love to do as a kid? That's the first one. The second one is, number 2 is, what could you do all day long and not get paid for it? What's something that, maybe it's something that you already do, that you already spend a lot of time doing, but maybe you haven't thought about it being a career. Another way of asking this is, if you won the lottery, today, if you were a multi-millionaire, what is something that you would still want to do? A lot of people say, when I win the lottery, I won't do this anymore. I wouldn't do this anymore. Well, what would you do? What is something that maybe you could do all day long? What's something that you talk about all day long that you maybe haven't thought about actually receiving financial abundance through it? So Tony Robbins has this saying, if you've ever been to one of his workshops, but if you're not getting a breakthrough yet, if you haven't had a breakthrough, he says, stay in your head and you're dead. And basically what that means is, a lot of us kind of go through life and we base our decisions on our logic. And so, because we've been taught to play it safe, the economy says that in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, this is the type of career that's going to be a safe bet for you. And this is, on the other hand, this is what you want to do. So this is what you want to do, and this is what you should do. And so we have that internal conflict going on. If this is what I should do, and this is what I want to do. And what I'm saying is that what you should do and what you want to do are the same thing. There really is no such thing as a safe bet. Certainty really comes from within. So what I want you to do is, that stay in your head, you're dead. I want you to get out of your head, and I want you to drop into your heart and your soul. Excuse me. What are you really passionate about? What is something that your heart could do all day long? So that's the second thing. The third thing is, what is something that we look at jealousy and we tend to look at it as a negative emotion. But if you have suppressed your passions, your interests, jealousy can be a great indication of your desires and your interests. For people that really suppressed what they are passionate about or what they love to do. And I tend to notice that, a lot of times that people say that they don't know what they want to do, or what should I do? I don't know what I'm passionate about. They did grow up in families where if they did show interest in something, and the parents were nervous or scared because they didn't feel like it could be a career for them that they could actually receive financial abundance from, they really discouraged it. And so what happens is they suppress it. So it's a great way for people that have really suppressed any type of passion or interest to look at people that have careers that you're jealous of, and it could be a great indicator of your desires. Another thing I want to mention too is, a lot of people that if you do play it safe, you won't be fulfilled. And a lot of people that aren't fulfilled in this area are playing it safe. And so there was a great story of the owner, I believe it's Sarah Blakely, I believe that's the owner's name, Spanx. She started Spanx. And I remember watching her on TV. I can't remember the show that she was on, but she was talking about how, and her family, her father, around dinner time, her father would ask her and her brother what they failed at that week. Like, what is it that you failed at? And he said if they didn't have anything that they failed at that week, that they weren't trying. They weren't taking risks. And so imagine, growing up in that type of family where failing was like a good thing. Like he recognized it as a good thing. So it just goes to show you that it truly is a mindset. When you think of this woman being brought up in a family where failure is looked at as good, it's like he changed the meaning of failure for her. It makes sense of why she's such a success. She was programmed by her father that, it's a part of it. It's just the process. It's nothing to fear. So a lot of people that really are unfulfilled, and really in anything, you can really relate it back to them not taking a risk, them playing it safe. So it's something else I just want to remind you. The fourth thing I want to talk about, and these next two I'm really, really passionate about. I'm excited to share this with you. The fourth one is, what is your wound? What is your wound? And what I mean by that is, we all have adversity on one, some smaller, some greater, depending on the person. And so what is your wound? What is something that you've gone through, or maybe that you are going through and you've learned from? So, for example, the matchmaker, this woman or this man has a matchmaking service, but they can't get their own match, or the personal trainer that was once overweight, or the person that did really, didn't do well in school now becomes a teacher, or the multimillionaire who grew up in, poverty and now teaches financial abundance and prosperity classes. So what is it something that you've had to learn from? What is something that you've had to, what obstacles have you had to overcome that now that you've learned and you can give back and add value? So that's the fourth one. And the fifth one I want to talk about is, I have a short little story to share with you. And this was just literally a few weeks ago. I was taking a walk and this song came into my head, and I couldn't remember the name of the song. I couldn't remember the artist. And it was really like irritating me because I was like humming the song, but I wanted to listen to the song and I couldn't remember the name or who sings it, or, some of the words, I didn't know enough of the words to actually like Google it. And so I kept telling myself, like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. So of course my brain can't come up with the answer when you're telling, yourself you don't know. And so I just started laughing. I was like, Teresa, like, you know better. Like, you start telling yourself that you do know. And so I was walking and I just kept saying, I do know. Like, I do know the name of this song. I do know. And I did it for maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and boom, like the answer came to me. And so what I want you to do is I want you to start telling yourself that you do know the career you want. You do know your life purpose. You do know what you're passionate about. And I can almost guarantee you that the answer will come. But the answer can't come when you keep telling yourself that you don't know. When you're in conversations telling people, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Your brain can't come up with the answer. So I want you to start telling yourself that you do know. And I'm sure that you will get the answer. So I hope this video really helped you. Please leave your comments below. Let me know what your purpose is, what you're passionate about, what you're interested in. And please share, subscribe to my video, and also learn more about being a Patreon to support this channel. And yes, I'm so happy that you tuned in, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.